All right, hello and welcome. Where's my camera? It's over there. Hello and welcome.
My D&D's updating, guys. Hang on.
This new patch.
I didn't realize we were going to play today, so I mean, it's been a whole week.
Hello and welcome. It is Tuesday, and we're jumping into Terraform. Last time we left off, the party delved into a volcano to stop a civil war of the E1T, the snake folk that live above the volcano itself, as well as to stop the volcano from erupting, which lava creatures regularly come out and try to make the volcano erupt. The Civil War was based off of the tension of Thranduin, Jake's character, who has denounced Gent and become a paladin of the Stormfather. And the party also learned that the Held Breath had a hand in kind of pushing the Civil War in some way, making it happen. And the party also learned that they are working with Gent. I'm Sir Feffers. Thank you for being here. Hit the YouTube for full episodes. We also have a Discord where I will post pictures of the shenanigans I'm working with, as well as the community of Longshot. It can be found there as well. I'm gonna pass it to George.
There we go. Hi, I'm GoodGriefGeorge. Nice to meet ya. How you doing? Hope you're well. Drink your water, all that good stuff. You can follow me as GoodGriefGeorge basically everywhere. The links will be, yep, there they are in the chat. So I'm playing Fizbin Ramsey, the Dragonborn. What type of Dragonborn am I again? I know I'm a special kind, right? Drakenblood. That's right. I'm a Drakenblood Dragonborn cleric, Tempest of the Storm, and so forth. So I think we already kind of you're going to give like an idea of where we're at, right? So
yep, a little bit.
Have to worry. We've already discussed kind of where our head's at from last week, so I don't want to dive too much into it. We're just going to jump into the game. So let's just go to Thranduin.
Hello everybody, I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I do mostly cosplay content there. I'm playing Thranduin, the half-elf drow warlock paladin. And if I recall, he was relieved that Pharrell wasn't involved in the attempted assassination of Brady. There was something about a dragon.
So Adablix, the captured elder of the natives, believed that you had control over the dragon in the north.
Wonder how he got that idea.
Yeah, how did he get that idea?
Thranduin may or may not have conjured a major image of said red dragon.
Adablix also didn't know that Gent was still around.
I don't remember who that guy is. Like, yeah, that elder guy.
The giants captured him, right?
Oh, that's
right. Elder? Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember names. It's fine. Brady, Dorky, go.
Hi. I shouldn't have spoke. No, I'm just kidding. Hi guys, I'm that dorky cosplayer. You can find me on probably literally everything. I've probably made an account for everything at one point or another. I do mostly cosplay content as well as just random shenanigans that I feel like in the moment that makes me happy. So come follow the shenanigans. I play Brady, the half-elf bard who is normally very afraid, but now she is no longer afraid because memories were unlocked, and now she's just strong, I guess. Mentally stronger. And yeah, that's where my head's at. Taylor, have you gone?
I have not. Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere and on everything as Taylor and Tracy. Right now my big project is my show called Becoming Famous. Episodes come out every Friday. Check out my page for a link to it.
Let's go.
I play Terraphilia. She is a satyr druid, Circle of the Land, specifically the forest. She is slowly becoming Harmony's like second body, or like what am I exactly becoming for Harmony? What do you call it?
Avatar.
His daughter.
Avatar. Becoming the avatar of Harmony. I just made a blood deal with a dragonborn that we saved, and now she is just currently picking up small lava rocks that are circular and making distance for everybody. That's what she's doing right now.
Amazing. Right out the gate, Ultra Fart Lord. Great name. Thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. Gifted. Woo! I see you in their Adventures and Initiative. I see you snooping around. My chat box doesn't seem to be working, but I'll get to that on the break. So, Civil War averted. Volcanic eruption averted. Masterfully done. As things begin settling down, the party begins re-emerging from the volcano up to the kind of the opening on top, where the kind of volcanic cork is at the peak of the volcano, if you will. You get back to the village, that kind of city, very low tech, very tribal, stone at best, kind of at that peak, and then the volcano walls all around it with the opening of the sky high above. After a little bit of confusion, Prince Phalel and the Queen managed to stifle the fighting, and the prince, kind of slinging his sister's arm over his shoulders, kind of leading everyone back up to the top with the winches. As we know that she was being kind of twisted, and almost like a leechcraft kind of purpose that the party did dispel and take care of from the being that they banished. Slowly, tension starts relaxing, and unlike last time, an immediate new fight doesn't pop up out of nowhere. You know, like, because you finished fighting and freeing the giants, and then the volcano, and now it's like all this stuff going on, and now things are starting to relax, it seems, for now.
Breathing room, I like it.
Yeah. In a short amount of time, a young UNT boy kind of runs up to you guys. The queen has asked for your presence in the stronghold.
Okey-dokey.
Kind of walking back in, into this kind of stronghold. You can see the prince, very tired. He's begins walking past as you enter the kind of courtroom, where she is just head in hands on her makeshift throne of molten rock. And he kind of claps Thranduil on the shoulder as he goes by and goes, "Do you need me for anything, friend?"
I don't think so.
Then I shall make my way back to Dragon's End.
Did we tell him about the Held Breath?
I don't believe so.
We told him about his. Did we not tell him about his the betrayer? No. Okay, maybe not.
Okay, if we haven't told him that, then I definitely want to tell him, because they may do some shanking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be safe. So, rewind. We need to talk.
Of course. He kind of
And I'll,
turns and... Oh, go ahead.
Motion for Brady. Are you aware of an organization called the Held Breath?
No.
was his boyo's name?
Bristle.
Bristle.
They've infiltrated your people. I don't know how deep it goes, but Bristle was one of them.
How can this be? I have known Bristle since Hatchler.
I don't know, but he sent out the order to kill Verdi.
He looks over at Brady. Is this true?
Yes. The health breath can be very convincing. They take memories, so somebody might join and then not remember why they joined. It's very complicated, but they are very dangerous, and they're kind of seeming to be everywhere at this point.
This is concerning.
We also discovered that they're working with Gent and caused much of the dissent among your people.
That explains why my sister was so easily swayed into violence. I have much to think on, but I would recommend you attend to my queen.
So if you return to Dragon's End, be careful of who you trust.
Hmm.
Make sure you watch your back.
Indeed. He nods. I don't want the throne, by the way. Don't give it to me. kind of saunters out. See him rolling a cigarette, kind of looking around at the people all around him that he's grown up with and trusted, and you can see the kind of wheels turning in his mind as he's trying to digest the new information. And he walks out of sight.
Brady's gonna tap their end in. Should we tell him specifically about Nutmeg?
Oh yeah.
Wait, Phalel.
You run back out to go tell Phalel.
Yes.
He kind of turns, having lit his cigarette. Yes.
Don't trust Nutmeg. Nutmeg, we know, is a part of the health breath, so.
I never trusted that one.
Good. You have good instincts then.
Ones, I guess, because it's like not the same one every time. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I don't...
Don't trust any of the nutmegs. Apparently there are several. It's a whole thing.
They cycle through them.
Yeah,
It's
it's very, very confusing. We haven't got back to Dragon's End yet ourselves, so if you find out anything interesting, please relay it.
Absolutely. Seems a bit overcomplicating things, I think. And he kind of mumbles and turns and walks away, kind of shaking his head. The queen looks up. There's no one else in the courtroom. Just kind of gestures you forward.
You forward being me forward?
The party.
Oh, okay.
How are you feeling?
Like someone has reached into my mind and shooken it. I have dislike for this. It angers me. I do not trust my own memories, my own thoughts.
Oof.
Are you going to kill me?
We went to great lengths not to kill you. Why would we do that now?
By law, you could have me executed.
I doubt there's anyone here who wants that.
Unfortunately, Philal doesn't want the throne, so you're gonna have to keep going. It's a bummer, but
Tara, do you have any idea what they're saying?
No clue.
She kind of gets up.
What are laws?
She goes, well, you have done me. I have done you a disservice. So Gent is a false god. It seems like it's taken great emotional journeying to be able to just admit that, you know. She goes, "This will get me knives in the sleep. But what do we do?"
Pray to the Stormfather. Oh, something in my throat. I apologize.
You should pray to the Stormfather about your throat and about current events and how to proceed.
Oh, that is a brilliant idea. I like that.
I keep forgetting that Thranduin is now.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep on poking him.
She kind of, sorry, I gotta adjust the, there we go. She kind of leans back and she goes, "Perhaps in time. I imagine in this change, faith will be shaken, shattered, broken, to immediately adopt another faith would be difficult for the many. Perhaps in time."
True. But take this book just in case. If you ever get bored, kind of flip through it, read it. But in the meantime, we want to make sure that you guys don't get turned into, like, I don't know, a different colored metal. I don't know what the whims of Gent are, but we know the dwarves are blue metal, so you might be like red or purple. Who knows?
She seems like she's really trying to hide the fact that she's disturbed.
It's okay. You can show your surprise. He was a bad dude.
She goes back to head in hands. She goes, "Well, the UNT live on. We will become strong once again. I will likely call many of our people back from Dragon's End for safety, but where will you go? What will..." She gestures at everybody. "What will all of you do? Where do you go from here?"
What language is she speaking?
She's speaking a form of Draconic.
I'm gonna grow
sorry,
golden...
broken common. Broken
Oh,
common.
broken
I
common.
was like, oh, never mind.
I apologize.
I was like, I don't know. Soon. Either way, I'm just gonna grow another. When I see that she's so upset, I'm gonna grow another golden dandelion. And I'm gonna give it to her. It'll be okay.
Gonna lean over to Tara. Do you even know what those things do yet?
No, but I'm really excited to find out.
Okay.
Yes, you are
I
kind.
wouldn't try to plant them near the volcano.
She kind of opens up the book and kind of places it in there and closes it.
Aw.
You have given me much to think about, but what of you? The
Well,
party all
because
kind of looks at each other. Where are you
Heard
guys
of a
going?
Dragon.
Yeah, there's a dragon in the north.
There's an army going to invade Dragon's End at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Word is that army has moved back after what happened with the Oni disrupting the ritual. And the loss of an elder. That elder being in charge of this attack, this offense. I imagine they will move slower and more cautiously.
Hopefully. Do we need to still worry about Sam?
Yes.
Are they gonna try
Oh.
again?
I don't know. She wouldn't know.
Alright. But to the group then, do you guys think we need to worry about Sam?
I think
Probably.
yes, but maybe it could possibly wait, but yes. I kind of think it might not be a horrible idea to just at least maybe for just a little bit pop back in Dragon's End to check on everything, because we did send our friends, the giants, there, and we don't know how exactly they're gonna take to them.
My memory isn't what it used to be. Do we remember where Sam? Do we know where Sam is?
You do not. You know that briefly there was a ritual going on in the Elderwood, but he's somewhere within the native territory.
So do we know where Sam is? No.
In the Elderwood.
But he is the one that is being turned into Harmony, the other one that is a problem on this island, yes?
And trying to be controlled by the elders like the one that we got before. So that they can have control over that power.
The way I see it, we've broken the Prophet of Gent, even though he has apparently his own things going on, and we don't really know how to hinder him in most ways right now. We have rescued Dragon's End from eternal slavation from the armies, and so really all that's left is Harmony. Yes. Should that
And a
not
dragon.
be well, the dragon, yes, but I mean, compared to
Why
this
do we wanna
crazy
fight a
demigod.
dragon?
And, unless we plan on trying to get the dragon to be on our side to fight against Harmony, I don't really think that's my priorities. There's major differences here. You getting my point? That's my opinion, though. I think trying to find Sam and save him might be our best course, but I'm sort of leaving it up to you. You are the heroes of Dragon's End and all. You've done wonderfully so far, by the way.
Wow, that's so
Dorky.
nice.
Do you remember, did we make it public knowledge about the Held Breath to the party?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
And that
no.
was going to be my next step, but that's fine. We
Yeah, okay. I'm going to look at Brady because it's kind of still her thing. And I think, hang on, I think I have a message actually.
When Fizbin claps, the queen who's trying to like keep up because her common isn't that good, she goes.
I'll also just seeing the two of them do it.
No, I don't have message, so I'm just gonna. Do you
Give
think
a
maybe?
look. Well, we definitely have some things maybe to discuss before we set out.
Should we
might not
go to
be
sleep?
as out of the picture as we would like.
What, is this the part where you begin to tell us why you've been having secret meetings by yourselves a few times?
Y'all went
Because
to
trust
bed.
me, my 19 insight is not going to not see that. I'm just saying.
You don't see it when you go to bed first, and then we meet. So
I have seen the two of you walk away 3 times this campaign
It's true,
to have
actually.
conversations, and my character's just been like, just let him do the thing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be that type of religious where he's like, what's going on? Have you heard about the Stormfather? Oh, it's not about the Stormfather? What if it was about the Stormfather?
What's going on?
But now you're a paladin of the Stormfather, so I'm going to get a little nosy.
look, we decided to tell you before you got nosy, so it's fine. Just relax.
There's a time and place for everything, Fizbin.
Mhm.
The face! Everyone looks over and she's just like...
Everyone drink your water.
And now's probably a good time, Brady.
I don't know about
The
face.
queen kind of lost in the conversation because there's a lot of implication and it's going right over her head. She goes, "You must be very tired. You may, of course, use the same rooms that you did before. Get yourself some sleep. Again, my thanks, and I owe you all a great debt. Do not hesitate to call upon me or mine brother, which, again, he trusts you. And so I shall try."
What rooms were we in before?
Not you, smaller one. Not
Oh,
you. Or
okay.
you, which, by the way, you look a lot like us, but you are much bigger. Why? You have tail. We do not have tail.
Oh, that's even a rarity for my kind, honestly.
I have a tail.
You remember Johnny? Yes.
I do. I thought he was. He did not have tail. I thought he was. I thought he was big.
No.
Iwanti.
He's just a youngling.
Speaking of Johnny, you haven't by chance seen him, have you?
I have not. No.
Okay.
Fizban's gonna take out the decanter of endless water and hold it out, hand it out to the queen. Speaking of, thank you for taking care of one of my kind. I'd like you to have this.
Thank you for the water. And then she kind of looks down.
I can teach you a couple of the phrases to make that go a little bit more if you'd like.
I would like that. I feel like, and she does like a. I feel like you could teach me a great many things.
On that note, let's go.
Man, it's hot in here. I know it's a
We have the
volcano,
senior
but-
son now. Here we go.
What are you guys talking about? I don't understand.
We'll tell you when you're older. Let's go.
Visiting hours are over,
Apparently,
children.
Fizban's like,
Wait,
well, now wait a minute.
She's gonna shoot the queen a look like, okay.
Get it,
Big,
Queen.
wise warrior in Scaly. She's a snake person. She's got a warrior's feistiness to her. It kind of fits. I think it fits.
You've
better.
got a tail.
We're not judging. We just don't want to be here for it, so we're moving on.
Do what
Visiting
you will.
hours
Again,
at the
time
senior
is
center
money.
are done. Everyone go home.
All right. So, the
I will
party
say-
or the party except Fizban, leave. Exit
Oh wait,
the
Fizban,
courtyard.
are you staying?
That's
Is
up to
that
him.
what-
Yeah, I could teach her all sorts of things about the Stormfather.
Off screen, he
the one
has.
who wants to know the secrets,
he
and he's not
goes
coming
on
with
to-
us to learn the secrets of what's
What's up,
going
Feffers?
on.
Oh, yes, I'll be right back. I do have to finish this conversation with them first.
The four of you walk out into the crisper, cooler air.
I will say, before, like, as everybody's heading out, Brittany will turn to the queen and, like, gently, like, take her hand and just hold it and be like, hey, as someone who's also had their mind messed with and toyed with before, I understand. I suggest writing in a journal. Keep your memories down. You can trust yourself.
This is wise. This is good. Yes. I will have to learn how to write. Pats on head.
Yeah. Maybe Fizban could teach you that. Okay, bye.
Try pictures.
Yeah. They have an oral history. I don't. The real appreciation is how quickly Philel picked up writing once he became a member of the council. All right, so the party goes back into the now cool air. It's getting late. You can see the kind of purpling, soon to be a bluish sky far above you. Soldiers are all coming back and kind of tensely at first, kind of coming back together, smoothing things over. You do notice in one corner, in one of the cavern exits, a group of Iwanti who look very upset are kind of like packing up and leaving in like a kind of mass caravan. Maybe 400 Iwanti. Women, children, men. The children looking kind of confused, the women looking very angry, and the men looking very tense. Kind of looking around at everybody, especially the false prophet.
Where y'all going?
They do not respond. You just know
Okay, bye.
kind of far off that they're leaving. A kid kind of the same kid kind of comes over to you and goes, they are what they believe they're going to gent. Essentially, they believe that this is a test of faith, and they want to very much pass said test. They are going to go down to his resting place and see what happens. I don't know.
We'll probably all die, but you know, have at it, I guess.
The kid kind of just
Yells to the group, "Don't step in the water!"
Is this one in particular part of that group?
No,
Someone
this
tell
was
me,
the
or-
same messenger that came and got you
Oh,
guys.
oh, okay.
Just kind of like, he's like 10, just really big
Aw.
eyes, just
And you just announced that all those people are
Hear-
gonna die. Good job.
Hearing
Look at
that,
all the kids
Fizbin,
and everything too.
Fizbin will close his eyes and do a deep like prayer to ask the Stormfather to effectively save their souls before they are just brutally murdered.
make a religion check.
Religion check. Oh, I was gonna use divine intervention.
Oh, I
like
mean,
this-
you can.
Yeah. But I rolled. What did I roll? I rolled a
Excuse me.
14. Dang it. It's 3 away.
You hear the distant roll of thunder, but excuse me, that's how I hiccup chat.
And
I
if
know.
there's any real reason to use my divine intervention once a day, it's to try and save a bunch of souls.
Sure. Yeah,
Aw.
it's good stuff. All right. So, the party kind of makes their way up to the guest suite, if you will, which again, there's some stairs going along the way up the volcanic wall to a not mud house, but it can't be stone or else it'd fall, you know. It's cozy on the inside. Not a lot of tech in this tribal snake folk civilization. So you've got light, you've got a surprisingly stocked wine cellar. A couple of beds that are more nests than anything else. A couple of hammocks. Small cooking area. Bathroom.
I'm gonna
2
I'm
floors.
gonna go cheer up Dinky because he's probably a little upset that Otto left.
Denki is kind of, he's got the stone that Otto gave him a long time ago, and you see him kind of rubbing it, and he looks up to you, you coming over, he kind of stashes it, kind of leans forward.
We'll give him a little pat. And I'll be like, no, he'll be okay. We'll see him again.
Yes.
Let's go cheer you up, bud. What can we do?
You
Want
want
food?
to work out?
Sure.
He
I
kind
don't,
of,
but
he
I
kind of
will.
takes you up on the roof, and where he starts doing like push-ups and stuff like that, and you kind of going along. Make a strength check with me.
Oh no.
So you could always turn into like, I don't know, a bear and then rustle him.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome if you weren't 400 feet in the air.
Oh gosh.
Goodness. That's a 13 strength.
Okay, you did better than him.
Yeah.
So sad.
He's got a
He's so
plus
sad.
4 to strength, and you still outrolled him. So you know, and body types are different. You're kind of smaller and you're nimble and stuff like that, and he's more of a truck of a creature. And so you're kind of doing the push-ups alongside him, and he's just, and he gets tired and kind of sits up. You're still going, you know, stuff like that, and he kind of goes,
It's good. Very strong.
Mm-hmm.
You will live.
kind of pats your arm.
I do the whole like look. Eh.
He kind of leans back, kind of back up against the actual volcanic wall, kind of looking out over the giant opening, you know. And he's worked up a sweat by now and goes,
I have not worked out in days. This was good, thank you.
I feel like we just worked out for like 48 hours straight, but you know.
Isolation.
What's everyone else doing?
Also working at night. I don't know.
Going to the wine cellar.
You go down to the wine cellar. It's this kind of little bunkery bit in the bottom part. You open up the trap door and it's much cooler down there. And you start pulling off these dusty old bottles with dwarven runes on them. Not magic, but the dwarven scrawl of literature. It seems like they've pulled it. They don't know how to make wine themselves, because they're not a farming society. They're a society of hunters, hunter-gatherers, and so they've got like really old, which means very nice wine, and they aren't even able to appreciate it in comparison to what you guys know of wine.
Yeah, grab the oldest
Okay.
bottles I can find.
You find a
and-
very, very old stone bottle.
Oh, like old.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm taking that upstairs.
You kind of, as you're taking it
Wow.
upstairs, Bell the liar, the sentient liar that you have with you, goes, "Oh, by the stars above, is that Fleurin?" And you're like, and you kind of look at it, and it does say, now that you've kind of grasped Dwarvish more and more, it does say Fleurin, and it's like a deep, deep purple, almost black writing. He goes, "Oh, I wish I could taste. Enjoy that, lass. Truly is a rare find."
Well, maybe one day we'll be able to get you fixed for all your help that you've done for us.
It is strange to say, but I have, in a way, found a type of immortality. And with my experiences with Fizbin, have been able to pass on long-lost knowledge of the Stormfather. And that has given me purpose. Not to mention I get to give you healing magic, which
And that
is nice.
has been appreciated.
And I've been able to go on adventures. I'm quite happy. Enjoy your night. And he kind of goes into like a cheerful hum. So you come back upstairs. Fizbin and Thranduin are there, and you've got this really old stone bottle.
All right, guys, I have flirted.
Ah, yes.
And apparently, it has Belle's approval. I said it right. I said it wrong. Bernice said it right.
I don't drink it often, but when I do, I always choose Fleur.
Well, you can have it for yourself. It's not water.
Okay.
Oh, so Thranduin, I guess none for you, correct? All for me.
What? What?
Gonna find some cups or something, and if not,
You
we're
find
all
no
sharing-
cups.
Okay, we're sharing the bottle.
Thranduin, I'm sorry. Denki kind of comes down the stairs with Terra like on his shoulder, like a bird. Just, he seems much more chipper.
Hey, there's the old little smile we all know and love.
Some good
Like
fighting out there,
Fleur.
Denki.
What-
I didn't see
What?
any of it, but I'm sure you were great. We
Wrestled,
forgot.
wrestled
to
a
say
lava
anything about last
creature.
session.
Yeah, I know.
Wrestled a lava creature.
Ooh.
Nice.
What did you say that you have, Dorky? Or sorry,
Flurfafin.
not Flurfafin.
Flirbit.
We're drinking fluffy wine? What's it called?
Flurfin, Fleebin,
Yes.
Flabin, Flurgan.
That's actually the direct translation.
Oh.
Cloud wine.
You'll remember the flavor and you remember the name. Herblinger.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
It gets passed down for generations, totally wrong every time. Nobody can find this mysterious thing.
They always just ask Grandma, who's already drunk off of it, Grandma, what's the wine? I said,
Ah, yes.
All right.
You're not old enough for it. Hey, what was that wine she used to have? Ah, fluffiness.
Is there a like a medic ward or anything like that for the injured?
Not really, but the culture is whoever isn't the warrior of the house in the family structure becomes, because it's kind of hunter-gatherer-y, it's not gender specific, but it is one person becomes the warrior, the other person becomes kind of the caregiver. And so each household should have individual healers. Not to the point of view where it's like magic, but it's, you know, it's seen as a duty. But feel free to immerse yourself in the culture.
Yeah, if there's some time to kill, I'd like to be doing the door to door. Like, would you like to hear a prayer from the Stormfather, while also potentially healing if you really need it?
Seriously, stay put for 1 second.
You were getting too sidetracked. We were here for information.
He starts
We're here
getting
for a
excited
meeting.
about evangelizing
Y'all are
and
doing
healing the
stuff,
sick,
man.
and he goes for the doorknob, and it was like,
This is
wait.
all happening at
Remember
the same
time
time.
You're
and
right.
place?
You're right.
This is time and place.
So what do you say, Dorky, Birdie?
That's a great
It's time.
question. That's a great question.
We did plenty of things while you were.
Yes.
Dr. Randuin,
I
what
was
secrets do
finding
you
pleasure.
have?
Yes. So there is a group called the Held Breath, and they've infiltrated Dragon's End and the UNT. They're the ones that caused the attempt on Birdie's life.
Right, in an effort to upset you, right? You're
No.
the target.
No, it was just personal against her for leaving.
Oh, the Held Breath is.
But they did.
Wait,
come
what?
with Gent and the UNT, and they're working with Gent, so
Which is a new development.
which is why he said he didn't need me anymore, which is fine with me, obviously.
So
I'll-
Brittany's gonna just be sitting like with her back against Thranduin's back, like just drinking every now and then, be like, "You're doing great."
So you boom, while he's talking,
Just-
and everyone gets the most fragrant smell, like lavender, like just thick lavender, a little bit of a pine smell.
That smells so nice.
And it tastes amazing.
Is there a lot like before? Like, is it a good like wine bottle or is it?
It's like a
kind of tiny?
stone canteen. Oh heck. Let's say it looks like this, but stone.
Perfect.
Oh, wait. Hang
A
on.
visual.
Jordan is on it.
Now, Tara, there's a thing.
Is
in my
it like
culture.
this?
Yes,
All right.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Perfect.
just this,
but stone,
but stone.
implying it's very, very old, potentially before glass.
Ah.
And she'll, after a little bit, she's just gonna like hand it backwards to Thranduin, like, "Your turn."
Drink it.
It is of the crispest honeysuckle. It is staggering. Mid sentence you like, and then continue your train of thought before you lose it, like pointedly.
I know I got the wine bottle, so it's her turn to talk now.
She reaches back for it when she's done talking, like.
He pointedly goes for another sip of water as she's like
I'll be honest, Brady. The fact that you have anyone that dislikes you in any way is very shocking.
Aw.
That's sweet. Yeah, I don't know how much details you want. Thranduin did sum it up pretty well. I was working for somebody named Kjol, right, Div?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Doing what?
Not good things.
Why were you?
I was taken as a kid. And long story short, I ended up being sold to Kjol. He ended up taking me in. He trained me how to get information from people, how to blend in. It's looking back on it, I see how stupid everything was to me to be behaving in the way I was. But I was beginning to feel like I actually belonged somewhere for once with him and with that house. There's a woman named Brady there, and she took care of me as well. I finally proved myself, and I was to be initiated completely into the Hell Breath officially, and she tried to stop it. He went to kill her, so I killed him. And now they're after me because of that. So I wouldn't say I'm a good person in the end.
Tara's gonna walk over. She's been working on one of her lava stone bracelets, and she's gonna walk over to Brady, and she's just gonna lightly take your hand and slip the bracelet on, and she's gonna be like, everyone does stupid things when they're younger. It's not something that should define us, and you do belong somewhere. You belong here with us, and we're gonna take care of it.
She's just gonna like pull her into a hug because that actually means so much to her.
And she'll hug back.
And then Thranduin will hand the wine bottle back, I guess.
Go. Okay, Tara. Here you go.
Ooh, okay. What's this?
Oh, easy.
Probably the best tasting thing you've ever experienced. Coming out of a bottle, at least.
She's
Even
still
better than
slightly holding
sugar?
it, like...
And better than harmony water?
I mean, yeah, this was made to taste good. Harmony water just kind of is.
Yeah. Whoa! I'll hand it to Danky, continuing the passing.
And Brittany just kind of like after they break the hug, like wipes out her eyes. It's like, yeah, so good stuff on Danky. So now I guess Jalel might not actually be dead, so I'm not sure. Still not sure about that one.
And you remember seeing his dead body.
I am certain I saw his dead body. I know for a fact, so...
But when the assassination came, his name was whispered in your ear.
And when the assassination came, his name was whispered in my ear. So that's how I know.
Okay.
he is somehow still alive and not happy with me.
It's not like a nugget situation.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Sorry, not nugget. I'm thinking of the wrong nutmeg.
Oh, nutmeg.
It's not a nutmeg situation where like there's multiple Joels.
I guess DM, would I have ever noticed?
This is a new thought to you. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Now that I'm thinking on it, would I have noticed in the past? Did he ever like not know things?
That's
like
a
me?
hard history check, but I'll let you make it.
Okay. I will
Guidance.
try.
But that's brilliant.
Guidance.
That's a brilliant. Good job. Good job, Tara.
Tara, let me just think on
Taylor.
that because
Good-
that is a
Good job putting that together, Taylor.
Yeah. Okay, history and guidance.
Even though I
means
couldn't remember
had
nutmeg's name.
D4.
D4. Okay. Ooh, okay. And a D4.
Use your inspiration if you got it.
Yeah, and you do.
And you do.
Yes, I would like. So I roll my D20 again, right?
Yeah.
D4 will stay the same since I rolled. Haha. Okay. A dirty 20.
Okay, nice. You think back to all the missions and how he always made you repeat the story and repeat things to him. And what you saw originally as conditioning might have been more placing what he needed to know in the vast cobweb of the held breath that he was working on. And so there might have been little holes that he could have used those supposed conditionings for to get the information he needed to keep up appearances. Also, thank you, Spud. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate you. Love your face.
No, Tara,
Feffers play nice.
I never thought of it like that. But I definitely think it's possible. And that makes her oddly a little bit sad because she's like, oh great, like I was just being deceived the whole time, literally. That's awesome.
What the hell, breath? No.
No, the bad guys.
Yeah, somebody that she thought was like close to her, it wasn't one person, and that's just kind of like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof. Here we go. Passes the wine back to Bertie.
So I'm confused. If this Felel person can be multiple people and Nugget can be multiple people, who's really after you? Is it how does one become the Falel? How does is there Jalel? Whatever. How do we
Falel is
how do we stop an enemy that could just be anyone?
Yeah.
That's
Did
the
he wait?
kicker.
Does Nutmeg always look the same and he always look the same? Ah, so they're like disguising themselves type of thing.
It's like magic.
Well, from
Which
what I
we
understand,
play
there's no magic in the Endeavor though. From what you've told me.
There have been historically many remaining artifacts that have great magical power. Not a lot of them, not to the point where you would find them in a store, but even the discovery of this island was with the use of a scrying magical item on behalf of the Path, the Church of the Path.
So if we start paying attention to what they're wearing and we find a specific item that's always on them, that's what's disguising them.
It could be a cursed item as well.
That's true. And if we
This
get
is-
rid of it, we get rid of that failsafe thing that they're doing.
But what is this whole group based off of? What is their goals, their needs?
The party does
Birdie,
not know.
that's all I know.
The party doesn't know.
Why did they capture you in the first place?
I think the people who originally took me, I think they just wanted a ransom. And my father probably wasn't willing to pay it. So.
My dear, if there were random robbers and they wanted a ransom, then yes. But you're talking about groups of people with some kind of artifacts that most people in your continent do not have. They're essentially a religion of their own.
Well, do you think they kidnapped like a child so that she could be the conversationalist between Jalels?
Well, let me ask you this: do you believe that this was a random steal, or who are you? Were you someone of import, or were you just someone they nabbed off the street?
What a fantastic question.
F, what's the term I always mix up?
You are not royalty, you are nobility.
I was the daughter of a nobleman, and one day a group of us, parents were busy with meetings, so we all went into town, and we got taken. So.
Was there anybody that was specifically enemies to your parents?
Yeah. Every political, powerful, noble family of that world had many enemies.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I lived in the woods.
That's fair.
In politics, every noble family had enemies.
That sounds terrible. Why do politics?
Now, we don't have time to unpack all that. We'll be here a while.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention as much back then as I probably should have been. Every time I would get a lecture, it would just kind of, go out one ear. I was mainly thinking about the next song I was gonna write, so.
I see. I just didn't know if maybe that could help us figure out, like, who would have taken you.
Another oddity, she is a bard, and was a bard before coming here.
Was your
That's
family
true, yeah.
performing?
Her bardic abilities came with being conditioned and tortured by the held breath. With the unlocking of her memories at the beginning of this season, her subclass emerged, which is, remind me the exact term.
College of Whispers.
No, yes, College of Whispers.
I should have remembered that, but
That's
yes.
okay, I forgot to.
Well,
Thanks, Jake.
all right. I guess then circling around, they have enough power to be here now, and they're still hunting you, which, assuming that they want a ransom or something from your family, then your family's still alive. Yes?
I get the impression
She doesn't
that they
know.
just want her dead because she left and she knows things.
Yeah, she
I
was
think
like their
it's
secret
tying up
keeper.
loose ends.
So how do we find them before they find us again?
Like, do you remember any of the information that he would have you repeat? That was the important stuff that he needs to know?
No, that would have been more applicable to pre-campaign era.
Gotcha.
But what you might want to tell them what occurred during the half year between season 2 and 3. I think you're muted.
I think I do. You want to elaborate
Yeah.
specifically what
We ended last season with the great big cliffhanger of she went to sleep and on the ceiling was the sigil of the held breath, and she found the note. And during that half year, she was in contact with the held breath, and was instructed to kind of become close ties, to make close relations with everyone of import, and she did. Then at the beginning of the campaign, Thranduin and Brady freaking murdered that dude. They have a couple of leads that are back in Dragon's End. But they, at the beginning of this campaign, Brady did successfully get back out of, with Thranduin's help, get back out of the Held Breath's manipulations.
Yeah, so I'll obviously explain all of that, whatever information I would have learned, but it wasn't, from my memories now that you reminded me of it, it wasn't anything too concrete to help me figure anything out necessarily. Shows them the letters so they know the symbol as well, in case that ever pops up. So yeah, it's I don't have a lot of answers. Thranduin has been helping me most of this time. It's all a lot. And I'm sorry for not telling you guys sooner.
Everyone has the secrets.
Yeah.
Knowing yours, what do we do about it?
I say we have a meeting with Nutmeg.
You want to go back to Dragon's End?
Yeah, I think Thranduin or someone should talk to Nutmeg.
The big
Or
sharp
Fizbin,
teeth smile.
Or Fizbin the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor.
He could make some inquiries.
Ooh.
I say we start. Nutmeg has been wanting to get lunch, so I say it's time we take him up on that offer. But I don't know how that's gonna end up going, but I want that dealt with.
Should we deal with that before we deal with Sam?
Well, they
What
were
do you think?
they were dumb enough to jump in while we were trying to fight
Yeah.
an entire army alongside the giants, and that's where they first attacked. So trying to stop Harmony, that's not going to prevent them from
No.
doing what they do, so they're only going to get in our way. Right. Okay. So we go to Dragon's End then.
All right. The party spends the rest of their night kind of easing the tension of the room back down, being there for Brady. Very hard for her to actually speak on these things.
And drinking more wine.
Yeah, drinking a lot more wine, kind of having the first relaxed evening they've
Water.
had in a while. Yeah,
Water.
Fizbin
How
kind of
big
with
is
his
this?
water is just kind of watching everyone get progressively more drunk.
How big is
This
this
is
room?
fuzzy wine.
How big's the room? Not super big. Everyone's kind of got a little space in the middle, but they all got to take like a corner, you know? And then, of course, Tara's up in a hammock or something like that.
Okay, Tara, let me
What?
sing you a song from my people.
Yay! Karaoke!
99 bottles of Fishman on the wall. 99.
And with that, we go to our break, picking up in the morning, heading off to Dragon's End.
Wait. No,
Yeah,
there's
go
one
ahead.
thing.
What you got?
I just gotta read to see if I can do it.
Okay.
98 bottles of Fishman on the wall.
Yeah, you keep that up. Hang on.
Your turn, Tara.
I'm gonna
Da, da,
drunkenly-
da,
I just start playing on my pan flute along with it.
Oh, whatever. It's a long rest.
Fishman, you sing. I'm harmonica.
Brandon was just gonna butt in. Birdie, this will make you feel so good. Look, and as he says that, he finishes his cast of Find Greater Steed, and a Pegasus is just like Boom, right there, just like lying
Oh my
down
god,
peacefully
just
right next to
cramming
her.
the room.
Just like Pegasus, and just like
In full
look.
splendor, this shining white Pegasus horse
There's
with
just like
wings,
radiant light
just
like shining out the windows at the top, and everyone's just like,
yeah. And then the second it's summoned, it expands its wing, just knocking everyone over. And there's a
All
great
right,
laugh,
that's
and then
enough.
everyone just fawns over the excuse my term,
They're-
Tara.
They're staring at the creature, and I'm casting Purify Food and Drink on the rest of the drinks. That's enough for the night.
You did not ruin the first bird. Why would you do?
After you do it, Belle the
finish
liar
that
goes,
bottle?
I can't believe you would waste a perfectly good Floridian. I cannot believe you would do this. And you hear him like just a little shaking liar. Just wasted
just
time
hear
into the-
discordant notes.
One of the strings just snaps.
Shit on Asians. I can't believe you would do
Magic horse, go stop on
that.
him.
just gets more and more sad.
I just like, don't do that, or don't do that.
Barely is able to express how sadly you made this.
I was saving some for Belle when he became human.
And that's where we'll pick up after this break.
I need some wine.
Hail hydrate.
They heard the ow.
I can't open cheese.
So, everyone gets their long rest
Yay.
and awakes anew. Still dark within the. Taylor, I believe in you. Okay, cool. Awakes anew, refreshed. It's fair to say Fizbin might have spent a few hours knocking on doors, professing his faith, and healing the sick.
At some point before we leave, can Brady connect with the Queen's magic circle, teleportation circle?
Yes, that's smart. Good call. Within the fortification of the keep itself is where the teleportation circle is, in that courtyard area. Anything else you guys want to cover before we head out back towards Dragon's End?
I don't have to do the harmony drinking it at midnight thing until I'm in the Elder Woods, right?
Yeah, that will be. You need to be in front of.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like multiple nights of doing it type of thing. So
No,
that's all.
no,
That's my
that'll be a ritual that actually you're going to need to go to. That's one part of the ritual. The other part is you need to go to the various standing stones, the various monoliths, and get Fizbin to read the primordial invocations. So
Okay.
that's something you might need to convince him to help with.
Good luck with that.
Oh no!
I was gonna say, speaking
You
of
want me to do
secrets,
what now?
Read it for me. I
Summon
can't
who?
read it. Help! What does it say?
I can read it,
Yeah.
I think.
So much deception.
I would like to
might
think that
know
this
about
episode has been very open, by the way. Though I would say that a lot of everyone's kind of stuff is going, except of course, you know, Tara.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to Terra stuff yet, so yeah, of course it's all
true.
open and honest. Not lying to the party whatsoever.
Pour his heart out like secrets. Oh, it says
I gave you a bracelet.
you did.
This
you
is
did.
true. This is true. All
Well,
a
we're
part
gonna
of.
get to your secrets too.
That's called love bombing, Terra.
All right. Without further ado, are you guys journeying off on your own?
I'm going to sleep. Or
Sorry,
what do
the
you mean?
morning has come.
Oh.
Yeah, I can read it, by the way.
Primordial?
If I cast comprehend languages, yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Good to know.
No.
Okay. Anything else? Sorry, real quick. Anything else you guys want to cover within the volcanic village of the E1T before heading towards the surface? Okay. The party heads off into the lava tubes to get to the nearest opening of the surface. Eventually coming to one of the dwarven ruins, of which you find the slow it takes some journeying, but the E1T keep this nearby location, attempt to keep this nearby ruin relatively free of critters and monsters and such. And slowly you begin weaving your way up. You find yourself at the top of a mountain eventually. Pegasus clopping along, and once they get to that open area of the ruin, begins flying around a bit. And slowly, oh yeah,
just noted.
the Pegasus would not be immediately okay with that because it is Thranduin's steed, but that could be something that you and Thranduin figure out.
Drags Thranduin onto Pegasus as well. There.
Don't fall off.
Holds on tight.
Oh, we're doing. Okay.
I miss ride being a skill.
I'm glad it's not.
Eventually, you guys find yourself at this old dwarven tower at the top of a mountain somewhere along the southern part of the spine. Looking out, you can see the volcano to the south surrounded by a swamp. To the north, more spine. To the east, the wooded lands of the native territory. And to the west, great open plains, a couple of forests. Yeah. The party can slowly make their way down the side of the mountain.
Charting all this
Okay.
on my maps.
You've been here before, in the last episode of last season. And so, with relative ease on behalf of Brady and Thranduin, you guys are able to find the old belay system that the E1T used, and begin scaling yourself down, unless you guys are riding the Pegasus, of course. But anyone who has not used this belay system will be needing an athletics check to move themselves down this mountainside.
Okey-dokey. Oh, that's a wonderful 9.
Uh-oh.
Or on the Pegasus. No.
Fizbin?
I'm not on the Pegasus.
11.
11? Okay, well, Fizbin's fine. Oh no.
Oh, how far away? Oh,
You're pretty close if you would like to attempt to catch her.
yeah.
Make a dex save with the Pegasus dexterity.
I have a good dexterity, Pegasus.
Pegasus has a
assist.
+2. No, you may
Alright.
not.
Sure.
You may not.
I help catch. No. I encourage him.
You're just yelling, catch her!
How far is she falling?
More than 500 feet.
I can just wild shape into a bird in that amount of time. That's that long of a fall.
The only one who can naturally
Yeah.
fly.
I was like, if it wasn't a long drop, I was just gonna drop down. But yeah, I'll just wild shape.
Well, I'm gonna use my inspiration because that's 2.
+4. I'm looking at it. It says +2.
uh,
Oh, it is a +4. My apologies.
oh, for athletics, yeah, I was thinking dex. Either way, it's a dirty 20.
Okay. Your hand slips, Tara, and you, right as you begin that sinking gut-wrenching sensation of falling backwards. Just caught right up between Brady and Thranduin. They're both just like as Fizbin
No
continues
real
making
fear.
his way down the belay system.
Let's not do that again, okay?
Throw myself out the no.
No, okay.
Brady's holding on, like, wait, what?
Oh no.
How about no?
Yes, we have saved the tiny fawn. The party makes their way down to a small ravine with a river passing through it. You are ankle deep in water, and passing through it. This is one of the secret passes between the east side and the west side, without having to go through the pass that is inhabited by natives.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
You're about halfway through this pass. I assume the party is traveling
it is
west.
A tunnel.
It's a ravine.
Is that the way to Dragon's End?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just teleport to Dragon's Den?
You could.
Good.
Oh, okay.
But I already
I'll keep walking.
No, I'm just kidding. We could, though. We could.
But Pegasus, though.
Oh, this is fun.
Can
I just.
walk through,
No,
right?
No, I'm saying Birdie wants to ride the Pegasus. though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why would we?
I'm
teleport when I
sorry,
can
we
ride
were
the
able to
Pegasus?
teleport, and you're making the old man walk.
Yeah.
and climb.
And
down the
climb.
river.
We're very old.
Use me.
We want quality time with you. Don't listen to him.
Hell
Speaking
hydrate.
Elvish. Speaking Elvish, so Fizbin can't understand.
Every
Just
word you
giving him
say
looks.
just sounds like an insult in that language.
That's true.
Yeah,
Denki
just
is
giving
with
him
the
looks
party.
Like she's talking about him, like badly, like.
Denki, who kind of tends to disappear and reappear at irregular intervals, currently is with the party. He has a tendency to wander, which is in his nature.
He has the boots of plot armor, is what he has.
Yes.
How dare?
Or plot striding, perhaps? I don't know.
The party slowly makes their way through this ravine, coming out on the western side of the spine. Great open grassy plains, many large creatures that you're no longer scared of because you're such high level. You have again the distinct impression of being like a small creature at the bottom of the ocean, looking up at the schools of fish kind of all flying above you in herds and stuff like that.
Cool.
A couple of very, very large creatures, and one roughly just slowly flying, almost whale-like, roughly the size of Dragon's End, very high up in the distance. And slowly
Terrifying.
the party begins making their way out into these plains. The rest of the day passes.
Loudly, I complain all the time.
Okay. You guys get up to a hill as the sun is setting, kind of looking across the plains. You have another couple of days on these plains. Looking southwards, Terra, make a nature check.
While she does that, I want to note that for a long while, Brady has taken to only speaking to Fizbin in Elvish. They've gotten close now. She's gonna mess with him. And just look at him when he.
You're good.
And just like if he tries to say like I can't understand, she's just gonna be like, of course, like basically continue acting like, of course you can. What are you talking about? I'm speaking common, just keep going.
We're gonna run low on rations eventually. That spackle with wings you've got over there is looking mighty delicious.
It poops away once it hits 0 hit points, so.
Even better.
But I can just resummon it, so it's full health, it's fine.
All right, as you guys are all bantering on the hill, Tara kind of draws still and seems to be focusing southward. Following her gaze, she's looking at not the volcano, but the base around it at the bottom. Tara, where there have been hills, trees, is no longer there. The swamp seems to be expanding, growing, festering.
Don't you dare! Oh my gosh.
Foreshadowing.
The swamp is also, to your knowledge, very dangerous. Tara, you have never traversed into the swamps before. Can't hear you, Tara.
Well, I would like to cast Commune with Nature.
Okay. Okay.
Back up, don't go away, come back. So I sit down and I become one with nature, and it gives me knowledge of the land within 3 miles.
Okay.
Caves and other natural underground settings. The radius is limited to 300 feet. I instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects. Okay. I would like to instantly gain the knowledge of where exactly the swamp has gone to, if it's within that range. Because it's terrains and bodies of water. So I'd like to
3 miles?
memorize
It's
that.
farther than 3 miles,
Farther than
unfortunately.
3 miles?
Yeah.
Okay, well at least it's not close to us yet then.
With the earth? No?
Oh, it does. I would also like to see if there's any influence from like other planes of existence that's going on within these 3 miles, like how the giants came from another plane type of thing.
Okay.
Like to see if anything is not originally of this island nearby.
Okay. In the 3 mile radius that you are able to grab a hold of, everything seems correct. You said you get 3 questions answered?
Yeah, just 3 instant things. I guess the next one I'll ask is just if there are any buildings nearby.
Okay.
3 miles.
There is a bunker-esque trapdoor a mile southward.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Yeah, bunker. Not very large, but it seems to be in a patch of forest.
Okay. I will relay all of that information to the group about how it's growing and how I found the bunker.
Okay. Third question?
That was all the 3 questions.
Okay.
The bodies of water and then the plains and buildings.
Okay.
In 3 miles, there's no native villages anywhere.
No, not on this side of the spine.
Okay.
Should we go see what that bunker is? Or do you think it's one of
Theros.
Theros's places? Because then I'm not interested.
Then I am interested.
I mean, what else could it be?
How far was it again?
That's true. About a mile and a half
mile.
south. Oh, a mile south.
I mean, he tends to have some pretty cool stuff lying around. Might not hurt to go see, just poke our heads, and if we don't want to deal with it, then we can bounce, because it's not that far out of the way.
Keep in mind that Theros is no longer a friend to us.
Oh shoot.
So it won't be a friendly visit and, hey, can you grab us some booze? It's gonna be...
I mean,
But-
a fight with all of us? I don't know if he wants to have that.
I don't think so.
But did he wasn't in communication with Gent, was he? He hadn't spoken to Gent in a while, right?
This is true.
Not when we knew him, but I mean, Gent apparently also had his own things going on under our noses. He might have
More
contacted.
active.
And we have also done our own bit of growth since we've last met him. Things could be different.
Are you saying you are up for going this then, or are you?
If there is somewhere to put my feet up, that's not in the middle of the, not in a tent somewhere, then maybe for a couple of hours.
We'd probably have a bed in there.
We might even have that air conditioning.
Yeah.
But what?
What's that?
Magic
It's-
cold air.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It is
like
nice.
this, and I just cast Gust.
No, not quite like that.
Not that intense, Sarah.
Oh, sorry.
I
Less
kind of,
intense.
like I said, I say it's not that far. Maybe just poke our heads
Sure.
around. If it seems like too much trouble, then
Okay.
we bounce.
Let's do it.
The party makes their way southward. It's proper nighttime now. Slowly you make your way into the small forest. And by a small pond, under a bush, you find a trapdoor. Made of steel.
Who's good with traps?
George, don't you? There's no way. George, no.
What?
What?
Not yet.
Oh,
Can I cast,
why?
Can I cast Dispel Magic on the trapdoor?
you may.
Is there magic on it?
I don't know. I don't have Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic. Or, sorry, you cast Dispel Magic, correct?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
And you cast it, and the door with no hinges or locks begins lowering
Did it!
slowly.
Okay, I'm gonna get on it.
I'll follow.
Her little hoofs clopping onto the stone or the steel.
Ooh, I don't like that
do we
sound.
have a rope or something? Should we attach a rope to a tree in case we need to get back out? Like quickly? If
We have a
rain
flying
comes
horse.
back
It's
out?
fine.
Can
I
a
can also
horse
fly.
fit? Oh, that's true.
Will the flying horse fit in this
It will
space?
not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Nuzzles you a little. Just Thranduin. Danky.
Back.
Danky kind of sits down, looks around a bit, and gets in the pond.
Okay. I'll,
Danky, you want to ride Pegasus and keep watch?
Pegasus, Danky. And they both.
Mutual agreement.
He will keep watch though. And as the four of you go down into this bunker, it seems to stop. And you're in a room. The cold air kind of seeping up to you guys. Like a deep violet rug along the floor. And you hear like a. And you look over and there's a small cardinal, like the bird, kind of just chilling.
I cast Speak with Animals from my staff.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Where is this place? Sorry, we're just popping in.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know? How did you come here?
I was hatched here.
Oh. Is there normally someone that is here, that comes here a lot?
It's there, it's alright.
Yeah. Okay.
He likes having animals.
Oh.
Just kind of
Maybe confirm that.
perches
that
on your one antler.
Are there any traps or anything that we should look out that he set up for us?
Traps.
Like, how do I explain traps to a bird?
Any special
Click, boom.
movements he does
Click booms.
before- Yeah.
You don't know?
Maybe does he have anything that he does prior to doing something else, like some steps that he has to follow?
What's the first thing that he does every time he comes in this room?
He crawls under the bed.
He crawls under the bed? Show me. I'll follow.
Kind of goes under the bed.
I'll
If there's a mirror, don't look at it.
Okay.
You kind of go, you're looking around, and then
the bed.
you lift the bed. She kind of turns around and lies down on her back and looks up. There's a massive lever, and it's slowly, almost like a plunger, but it's slowly.
I grab it. Which way do I turn it?
The opposite direction it was going, I imagine.
I turn it the opposite way. Let go. I grab it.
We all die. No.
I turn it. What does he do after he turns it, little bird? Okay, guys, if I let go, it keeps turning.
So he doesn't stay in here very long. There's no latch. She doesn't see like a. Is there a latch?
It is some
like,
kind of mechanism of. There's a couple. Yeah. There's no additional information I can give you because it's hidden within the bed. Like the mechanics of the thing.
I'm gonna take the
mattress.
the comforter, like the sheets, take them off,
Okay.
and be like, "Here, use
Make
this and try and."
you go to
Lock it up.
the second your hand touches the bed.
Oh no!
What is that? A wisdom save or a charisma? I think it's charisma, if I remember correctly. Make a charisma save.
Oh no, because Otto always goes on the beds. The first thing he does is lay in the bed.
Throwbacks.
Gosh dang it, Otto!
Well, he doesn't know.
Made him too smart.
Fizbin doesn't know.
yeah.
Charisma 21.
21. Okay, you feel like a
I don't know, I knew Otto was
this
obsessed with beds.
really like call into sleep, like you feel yourself suddenly want to crawl in and immediately fall asleep, and you know you will, and then you throw yourself back out, and you're.
Can I still pull the sheets?
Yes.
All right. Ugh.
Anything?
You okay?
Yeah. Use this. Tie up the make knots.
I'll grab the sheet and I'll start trying to tie it up and like tie it the correct way down to another leg of the bed so that it's always pulling against its own friction in the bed.
Randuin, can you hold this, please? I think something affected me just now.
Yeah. His beds are all enchanted to make you fall asleep, so use them. I'm gonna hold the bed.
Fizbin, you no longer have to hold the bed.
His face.
I didn't think that just touching the bed would do it. Usually you have to sit down on it.
Well, he touched the bed, but it was once he was like getting in there and moving the sheets around, that's when it activated.
Right, I'm just saying, like, in our previous, we've all sat on it to test it. We've never just
That to me
reached,
sounds
so-
like a trap that you didn't tell anyone
It
about.
actually, what happened was the people who couldn't be put to sleep sat on it.
Yeah, and just were like,
Yeah.
Didn't.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess technically we just thought that Otto falls asleep really fast.
Oh my gosh.
Because Brady and I both tested it and we're
So,
Fine.
immune to getting
Oh
asleep.
my god.
Thranduin, you
No, we're
do
just like,
note
okay.
once he pulls the sheets off and you kind of grab a hold of it, you hear this kind of clatter, and you look, and it looks like like a skeletal figure Once it was lifted up and all the sheets were removed, the bones all kind of clattered to the head of the bed. It looks like someone got in here and fell asleep and eventually died.
It's a Venus flybed.
I love that.
Venus bed trap?
They just were
Venus bed
A
trap.
Venus
That's
bed
so much
trap.
better. Yeah.
I want to look around.
Okay.
Anything
Does that mean
fun?
the sheets exude like acid to dissolve you guys, and it's like super gross?
No, he's just been dead a very long time.
Oh my gosh, Otto, no. No, I'm just kidding.
You do see, oh no. You do,
Gosh.
you do see, clothes. It appears to, the remains, it looks like it was one of the vanguard of the hunt. Found this place, tried to bunker down for the night.
Oh no.
You do see the bow and spear and arrows off to one side.
Is there a shield?
Yeah, there's like a buckler.
I'm gonna take the shield.
Okay, you heft the shield. It's of solid make. Looks like it was cast in molten iron.
That
Just,
considered
just
a
like
simple
say a
weapon?
quick
The shield?
prayer
No,
to
it's
storm
a-
on
it's
the
an-
soul.
Nice.
Shield is specifically a shield proficiency.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I meant the bow and arrow.
Oh, I think it's a martial weapon, but you're free to check. I'm not sure. A spear is a simple weapon. I think the simple weapons for ranged are slings and darts. Yeah, so Rug, Bird, who while Tara's kind of wrapping the thing up, kind of flies over to Fizbin and or Thranduin and kind of lands on him, kind of starts nestling in his hair, kind of sweeping it together and starting to like forming a little nest of white of shock white hair, just kind of.
That is so cute.
I hope the flump eats it.
You're adorable.
Yeah, the flump
Flip on
kind
the
of.
head.
This is mine.
Peck peck. Yeah. Yeah, nestles back down. Goes back over to Tara. So,
Clothes.
yes, clothes, weapons. There is a chest, and it looks like there is a note, scrawled in Otto's handwriting. And it says, "Couldn't crack this one. Well done."
I beat Otto. No.
You haven't gotten into the chest yet.
Oh, the chest. I thought you just meant the bed.
No.
I
Chest.
can crack it.
There is also
Just strength.
there is also a mirror. It's got a sheet over it right now.
Ooh.
Tara, ignore the mirror.
Don't look at the mirror.
Okay. I prefer pools of
Jeff.
water anyways.
Only
Jeff's
sadness.
Is
just
this
Let's
another
make us
trap you
cry.
didn't tell us about?
We stated
Oh.
in the beginning, if there's a mirror, don't look into it. We already stated.
Yeah, yeah.
So this
If you
is
want
that
the thing,
activate.
that's on you.
That's fair.
Happy
Can I break
birthday.
open this chest?
It might be
Does
meant
he-
to be trapped, most likely, because it's Theros.
How does he normally open this chest? Do you know? All right, good. Thank you. I'll give it a little ration.
I don't know if you want to use a spell for this, but
Useless bird.
if you
No
made it
information.
not magical, I might be able to. Is there anything to pick the lock?
I could try to spell magic on it again if you guys want.
Yeah, there is. So there is 3 locks, and some scrawling.
Hydrate.
Laheim. Thank you, Tom Tom.
Scrolling.
Yes, it is not script. Well, you don't recognize it. It is a language, but kind of in this flowing, overdone cursive.
comprehend language
Okay.
and read it.
Give me
Or I
just
do
a
the
second.
no. I don't want to cast it. Can I ritual it?
Yes.
Ooh.
Can
Does
you?
that take an hour?
I don't know, can you?
Duration 1 hour.
Take-
Casting time 1 action. Ritual.
Ritual 10 minutes.
10 minutes, 6 seconds, but yes, 10 minutes.
I
Ritual.
believe you guys. I'm just trying to.
That's just ritual spells.
Oh, okay. Yes. Then as a ritual.
Okay, let's see.
Just focus on it real hard for 10 minutes.
Jake,
Yes.
you're not allowed to guess. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, it's a riddle.
Yep.
What?
It is a riddle.
Oh, great.
Why can't he guess? Is it a
Because
Fester thing?
because it's I used this riddle in the other campaign. Ready?
There's a 98% chance that I wouldn't have remembered it.
Oh, no.
If you genuinely believe that you don't remember it, I believe you. And you are welcome to take a crack at it.
If I remember, I won't say anything.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm putting it in the chat.
Oh.
And my intelligence 9 character is ready for this.
Crap, hang on. Sorry. This is
In
being
the-
kind of a pain.
In the Discord or in?
I'm gonna put it on the that's better. Let me put it in the Discord. Going on
So the Twitch chat doesn't immediately answer. for
long
us.
shot.
Smart.
Going to the long shot Terraform. Bonk and a LeBonk. Oops, a LeBonk. To be read, strung but not woven, plucked but not taken, celestial entities I often awaken, but the fires burn churches, the temples turn to dust, leave me to die, and I'll swiftly rust. And then there's like a big scrawling S over all of that. Thank you, Yame. Moon! You guys can't see the moon. Because of the new layout I'm using.
Oh no.
Oh, right.
Moon!
You can shift it.
What awaits celestial entities? I feel like that's a
I will
D&D
specify that this
knowledge
is not a D&D specific riddle.
Okay.
This
that's
is
fine.
a riddle that can be applicable to other things. My brain hurt.
My brain keeps getting stuck on the word fate, but I know that's probably not it.
Strung, but not woven. Plucked, but not taken. Celestial entities I often awaken. But the fires burn churches. The temples turn to dust. Leave me to die, and I'll swiftly rust.
Is it like
Leave me to die.
a harp? Strung but not woven, plucked but not taken, celestial entities I often awaken.
Oh.
I don't know about the second part there.
When the fires burn churches, the temples turn to dust.
Are you guessing that in character?
Time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say out loud a harp, and it goes. All three locks unlock.
Whoa.
And all of the script magically joins the giant S on the front of the chest in a beautiful calligraphical S.
Pretty.
Further away.
Pretty light.
Jeff, back it up. Well done, Jake. You get a point of inspiration.
Yay. So, you actually didn't use that one.
Oh, okay.
In,
That was probably the only one I didn't use.
yeah.
Well done.
So I feel even better about
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
Everyone kind of flinches as the as the 3 locks open up, and you hear as the chest opens a little bit, and there's an actual 2 things in the chest. 1, a wand. 2, a strange branch with a bell on it.
I want to ring the bell so bad.
You reach in and you pick up the branch, and it dingles a little as you pick it up.
Grab the wand.
You grab the wand, and you hear a dun dun dun.
Oh, just hands it to Birdie.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, this is music shenanigans here.
You grab
Is
it.
a wand of conducting?
It's a wand of conducting.
Oh, your second one.
Yeah.
You never used the other one. I forgot you had it.
Oh, never mind. I mean, if you're gonna outstop,
The wand of conducting, a invisible heavenly host level orchestra plays as you conduct.
That's so cool.
I just never figured out how to, like, what situation I would need to use that specifically, except like performance type stuff. So.
Oh, I can use that in all of my sermons.
Yeah. I'm like
Or you could just
ringing the
hire
bell.
your musician friend.
Yeah, right. Who needs a choir?
Wait, what does the bell do when it kind of jingles as she picks it up? Oh, you're looking.
You also find a strange flail. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, a flail.
Pick up.
Mine.
What is a flail? Okay, Thranduin immediately takes it.
Okay.
The weapon that I have.
Not me.
Oh.
I take it.
Bell branch. This silver implement is shaped like a tree branch and is strung with small golden bells. The branch is a spellcasting focus for your spells while holding it. The branch has 3 charges and it regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. You can use the charges in the following ways. As a bonus action, you can extend 1 charge to detect the presence of aberrations, celestials, constructs, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of you. If such creatures are present and don't have total cover from you, the bells ring softly, their tone indicating the creature type is present. Also, as an action, you can expend 1 charge to cast protection from evil and good.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
This flail, Oi Feffers, in case anyone hasn't told you, you look great. Oh, and always brighten my mood. Oh, thank you, Austin. I appreciate that, homie. Thanks for coming in.
I paid him to say that.
What's that?
I paid him to say that.
The devotee's censer. It looks like you can place incense inside the chain ball of this flail. Requires attunement by a cleric or a paladin. The round head of this flail is perforated with tiny holes arranging in symbols and patterns. The flail counts as a holy symbol for you. When you hit with an when you hit with an attack using this flail, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. As a bonus action, you can speak the command word to cause the flail to emanate a thin cloud of incense out to 10 feet for 1 minute. At the start of each of your turns, you and any other creatures in the incense regain 1d4 hit points. This property can't be used again until the next dawn.
So this whole box was just priestly stuff.
Just
Flail in one hand, the orchestra in the other hand, just the whole sermon. The whole sermon is just that.
And then your choir up there with the tambourine.
There you go.
all right, that's everything in the chest.
Whoa. Well, you guys want to crash here tonight?
Slumber party.
No.
Okay.
I feel a little nervous just because of whatever was under the bed. So I don't want to stick around.
Okay.
And DM's chuckle did not convince me to stay anymore.
All right, without further ado, the party vacates the bunker.
I'll leave the bird with a couple more rations.
No. Let's have the bird for each.
Bird comes with wants to come
you
with.
go with- Okay, cool, awesome.
It's like
He sells animals.
You
it
should have seen the bear he miniaturized
and declawed.
and declawed. Yeah.
Oh.
We did get it fixed though, so
That's true.
good.
until. Anyway.
Theros does not seem like a good person. You were allied with Theros at one point?
Gent.
My sword.
Gent,
They
my
blinded you to the truth, I see.
Did you forget the part where it was join me or die? And I was
Mhm.
like, okay.
Yes, I forgot.
He didn't take your eyeballs, did he?
The bird seems like completely overwhelmed because it's never been in a space bigger than 30 feet.
We're not having this conversation right now.
Okay, you can stay right here.
It just huddles behind the leaf that you
that's
keep on
fine.
your head, just kind of peering around and freaked out.
I stuff a couple of flowers in there to just help make a little nest.
You guys come back up, and Danky is like, has got like a big brush and is just scrubbing the Pegasus clean. They have become fast friends.
Aw.
Like the Pegasus has come into the pond and he's just like, he goes back to the Pegasus too, just
I'm just gonna tell the Pegasus, through my telepathic link. I saw that. Like, you don't have to pretend not to be friends. Like,
it kind of shakes off the water and takes to
What
the
is-
air.
what is friendship beneath you? Huh? You
It's a
too good for
celestial.
friends?
It's proud like a cat. Dinky comes out of the water, puts back on his clothes, and kind of looks around.
So, do we camp for the night? Do we keep going maybe a little bit away from here?
I would like to put some distance between.
Yeah, we
us
should
and
definitely do
here.
some distance.
Oh,
Okay.
Thranduin, you should have left a note in response to the other note.
Oh,
If he
you're
got it.
Right. You're right.
I don't think Otto would be coming back though, would he?
No.
Let him think that his items are still safe and sound.
Okay.
Okay. The
I
party
could, if
camps
you
for the
guys
night.
wanted, I can send an
But
animal
next-
messenger to
but
Otto.
Next time I see
and
Otto,
just-
I'm gonna be like, what? Huh? Box outsmarted who?
Oh
Who's
no.
the smartest person? I'm the smartest one in the group. Not
So-
anymore, Otto.
he attempted to pick the locks, and was unsuccessful. And never understood the scrawling print was because he couldn't read it, but comprehend languages bypasses that. So
I
he
can
never got
always
to
send
attempt
him-
the riddle.
Oh. I can always send him a message whenever you guys want. Just send one of my little dragonflies off to go and tell him.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, do it. It's funny.
Go for it. Yeah. What do you want to say? I'll make it from you and I'll cast animal messenger.
Is there like a limit to how many words?
Pretty sure it's.
Good night, Fudge. Good to see you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, up to 25 words.
Okay. Opened the chest in Theros' hideout. Saw your note. Super easy. I can't believe you didn't. Is it 20 or 25?
You're at
25.
You're at 15.
You didn't get it open.
Get it
Uh-huh.
open. All right, you got
I
5
did
more.
For syllables.
You got 5 more.
No, that was I have 2.
Oh,
but
you're good.
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, and then.
And I guess
Ha.
the rest is like, yeah, just,
ha 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 ha. And imagine just
Sign your
Otto's just
name at the
chilling there,
bottom.
Oh,
and a
yeah,
dragonfly
you're right.
shows up.
Just
Oh.
Thranduin. Thranny.
Rennie.
Begins surprisingly not making its way towards Dragon's End. And we'll get to that. After a while, the party camps for the night and spends the next couple of days making their steady way towards Dragon's End.
Back to talking in Elvish to business. Which, of course, Thranduin can understand everything, and he realizes that she's just saying random words at some points, like apple, oranges,
Snorkel.
tree, cloud.
It's amazing.
At this point, Thranduin's just impressed that she's kept it up the bit this long.
Honestly, I'm impressed at this point. Let me close that and open that. All right.
Telling Thranduin amazing stories all in Elvish.
It's about midday when the party makes their way back into Dragon's End. It appears you see smoke, of chimneys, and a couple of hill giants just kind of leaning up over the now very large fortified walls that Dragon's End has, thanks to Skiop, the stone giant, and his hill giant Tigent. They're all just kind of most of them are just kind of sleeping, leaning up against it. One of them is just sitting there by the gate picking his teeth. Goes back to picking his teeth. The hill giants are incredibly intelligent. But as you walk in, kind of looking around, not a single person is outside a house. There's a slightly tense air.
Since midday.
Yeah. This place should be bustling.
That's
Everyone's
weird.
been on house arrest. I bet it was the church. Yeah, that's a little.
Speaking of, Brisbane has a church here. We want to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should probably.
It might be where some of our allies are.
Yeah. It'll probably be the best people to ask what's going on and to get a straight answer from.
Either that or the ship.
You guys begin walking into the city, and eventually, before you can get to the harbor where your boat is, which is, you don't know where you would find Tessa. Yeah.
I'm right here.
Tara just disappeared.
It's
I'm
two,
just on the other side of
cardinals.
Davey.
It's two cardinals just vibing. All right, one of you is Tessa. Tara. Frick! Oh no, I just jacked everything up.
Oh no.
I hit the. Oh no. All right, are we good?
Oh.
Are we okay? My monitor twitched and unplugged itself. Okay, it looks like we're okay.
I hear stuff in the stream, so.
All right.
Yeah, we look like we popped back.
My monitor unplugged. I gotta check that out later. Anyway, eventually a soldier kind of comes around a corner, and you can see him kind of sweating in his plate mail, kind of looking over, goes, "Oi! You're not supposed to be at." Oh, and kind of trots over. "My apologies. Here is a Dragon's End."
Hello, what's going on?
I'm afraid Dragon's End is under martial law right now. Nobody's allowed to leave their houses. So, respectfully.
Whose
madam.
authority?
On Lord Chancellor Somber. There's been a string of killings. People been going missing. Yeah, random folk. I don't know. Frankly, only the military has been allowed. Skinner, captain of the guard. He insisted we be allowed to police and find whoever's doing this. It's unacceptable. 50 people have gone missing.
50 people?
When did this start?
Oh, about a week ago.
50
We didn't.
in a week?
Yes.
What about Otto?
Who?
The tiefling, one with horns.
He's very unique.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't know.
I think it's time we have a talk.
He doesn't have a
Skinna
statue, so
immediately.
he's not like one of the known heroes of Dragon's End. He made a point
Right,
of not making a statue for himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What a goof.
We need to speak with Skinna immediately.
Respectfully,
And Somber.
you need to make your ways indoors.
Respectfully, you need to lead me to Skinner right now before I skin you.
Oh, Skinner, of course, sir. Oh, good. Oh. He turns and starts marching his way towards
the audacity and just follows.
Wow. Do you know what level
what
we
to
are? you guys pass the statues of yourselves, of Brady and Thranduin and the original party, and you see the guard kind of hunch a bit as he keeps hurrying on past. Eventually,
wow, look at those heroes of Dragon's End. That's so crazy that they're back to
They look
help.
so much like you guys.
yeah. Tara, you have
it's uncanny.
you have a
Tara.
moment where
It's
you're like,
just-
oh my god, these guys have statues of themselves in this town.
But yeah, which army is this one from?
they couldn't
Like
get
my
nose
continent,
right.
the Endeavor continent.
This would be Dragon's End military, so that would be from the Endeavor.
Endeavor.
Yeah.
Can I sniff him?
Yeah, you can give him a no smell.
Does he smell like a no smell? Okay.
doesn't have a
Yeah,
smell.
he's from the Endeavor.
I want to keep an eye out for. I guess what I'm looking for is any signs of any of the killings or kidnappings, like anything.
Place
we
is
might pass by.
super quiet. He kind of fills you in a bit more as he goes, once we had everyone indoors, all the killing stopped. So we haven't been able to do much. We've been just turning every stone, and while everyone's safe, it seems that whatever's going on, everyone's safe as long as they stay inside. We've been delivering food and rations, and recently, the frickin' the keeper of the
I
path,
imagine you said
Lord
that.
Tariff, the keeper of the path, through him and the voice of the people, Nutmeg, they commissioned with the council to be able for the Church of the Path to have what us people would call mass. They will be having services. Everyone has to leave at the same time if they're gonna go, and they go into the church, and a full armed contingent. Everyone is out. No one will be taken, and if anyone is, we'll be there to find out and stop it. But Lord Terrath has been quite insistent that we have our religious gatherings. And you can see an emblem of his faith to the Church of the Path over his neck, and he kind of touches it as he talks. What's that?
Was Tariff part of?
The Held Breath? No,
Yeah.
but you do know some of his people are.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
There's the Hand of the Path, the Ears of the Path, and a couple of other members that are like that. And you know that one of those members, you don't know which, is in fact a member of the Held Breath. So one of his upper crust,
The inner circle.
Again, as you kind of get into this second courtyard that kind of leads down into the harbor area of the city, you can see the Church of the Path, the building itself, and it looks packed to the brim. It basically looks fortified. The Church of the Path has a lot of their own, like, monk muscle, you know. They work with they're more thugs than classic monks, but there might be low level monks as well as the the more powerful people that are in the church. But they're all just kind of standing outside, kind of ringed around, kind of eyeballing you guys as you guys approach. It's the first interesting thing that's happened all day, probably in a couple of days, is you guys walking past. You see one of them as you guys kind of make your way towards the bunker that is the stronghold that is the garrison. Go ahead.
Wait, who spit at us?
One of the
Yeah.
members of the
monks.
Church of the
The
Path,
monks.
like one of the low level thugs. He's roughly 80 feet away from you. Cobblestone road in between.
Tara's gonna just lean over to like Fizbin and whisper quietly and just be like, if we need, I can cast divination and we can try asking the Stormfather where everyone's going or who's taking everyone, if they don't give us any straight answers.
Not a bad reasoning, but I also think the Stormfather would want us to solve this ourselves first.
No, I know. I'm just saying backup plan.
It's simple.
I'm going to start by questioning those individuals,
You're gonna go over to the church?
the ones that spit at us.
Okay, so you kind of break away from the group and head over towards some of the thugs in front of the church proper. You do note that there are roughly 100 or so people, kind of crossbows at the windows. It's a multi-tiered church, kind of like a mini castle with a couple of steeples with big bells in them and stuff like that. And you can see a couple of other people kind of looking down at you as you quietly, just empty, like feeling city, just across the cobblestones, kind of clacking. And they all kind of rear up a little bit, and then you get closer and they're and then you get closer.
I'm hunched over a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't say anything as you approach.
Wait, I think Brady would have followed. towards
Okay,
the
so
guy
you
with
break
the
off.
phone one sec.
I would have
Probably.
gone.
Okay, all four of you go, and the guard goes, "Friends, hello." And he kind of follows, all nervous.
I'd like to walk past them to get inside.
They kind of laugh at you as you go and you grab the doors, and they seem locked.
Going to kick them.
Guidance.
Okay.
Guide his feet.
Yes. Kick strong.
I'm using my inspiration.
Chris, you chat for giving the party inspiration.
Bless you, chat, for giving us inspiration.
And then guidance as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that these are heavily fortified doors. Basically, a small castle.
Bardic inspiration. As
It's
well.
alright when he gets a 30. It's good.
And that's what a D.
A D10. 1D10. Just eyeballing the guys as you.
Both a new wand and heavenly host of.
Wow, that was a
Don't
plus
even know
10.
what that does yet. Just tells the guy as he.
33 strength check.
Okay. All the laughing comes to a dead halt as you kind of. How do you want to do this?
Like I'm kind of sort of hobbling past them or whatever, like hunched over.
And once
or
you kind of
whatever.
check, they all chuckle at
And,
you.
like I crushed it a little bit and it like didn't go. I just sigh heavily, and then I go up to the full height as I just like kind of like the cape kind of like flows off, and then it's the Spartan kick, just the.
They you hit it dead center, and both giant doors, like huge ornate solid metal doors with a bar down on the other side, boom, just crash open. You hear the bells like jangle from the vibration of the kick, and everyone goes, "Oi, oi, oi!" And all of the nearby kind of goons, they all like back up, but all the men in the crossbow put it down on you.
Hunch back over a little bit and
You
start
take
rubbing
one
my
more
leg.
step into that church, lad, you're gonna be a quiver.
It's difficult.
We unstuck the door for you.
You
I
hear,
wasn't sure I was gonna get in there.
you kind of, whoo, and you hear out from the shadows from within the church steps a very large individual. Thranduin, you recognize this individual.
Oh. Okay.
Clad in plate, roughly 7 feet tall.
Oh, dang.
Just floating, dancing broadsword kind of gently levitating behind his back. He looks at ease and in command. Lord Malachi. Thranduin's former master.
Oh no! Oh no!
Any
Devout.
jovial pleasure he got from watching the door get just annihilated is just drained from him as just hatred replaces what was there.
He kind of looks at the door, looks back up at Fizbin. That was somewhat rude. Have you no respect for the path? You see, you hear the marching of other footsteps, and you hear as somewhere in the shadows, people are taking up half cover behind the rows of pews, aiming crossbow bolts over the shoulder of Lord Malachi. Lord Malachi was not directly over you, Thranduin. He is the head of the house, or one of the heads of the house. He was not part of the family you yourself worked directly under, and he doesn't seem to immediately notice you. His eyes are firmly fixed, almost in like anticipation, with this whoever just kicked in this door that required a 30 strength check, by the way.
That plus 10 helped me then.
Damn.
I didn't
rolled a 10 on that. Oof.
And he kind of, and he doesn't, he looks completely in control, hands kind of behind his back, very noble. He stinks of nobility, like absolutely just ornate. He's got a handlebar mustache and it's thick.
So he's human then?
Yes, he is
7 foot tall.
let me chew on that. Let me chew on that. Let me chew on that. He would be a no, sorry, he's an Asimir.
Oh, nice.
He's an Asimir, and that is important.
Yeah.
He is gorgeous. The ideal specimen of
Which type of
but you're
ass?
looking at like the ideal like lord of masculinity, you know, just very, I say. Yes.
So basically an angel person?
Yes.
Like the opposite of
Okay.
tiefling, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tara's gonna just super discreetly, and it's gonna look so casual. I'm just gonna like move my staff a little bit, and I'm just gonna tap it against Birdie, and I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on her.
That
So her
requires vocation.
does it? Oh, fuck.
So it would
Is there
be
a somatic component?
I will
Can I
allow
whisper it?
you I'll allow you a stealth check.
Okay, I'll stealth check it.
But if you fail,
I mean, they're pointing arrows at us. I just want to protect her a little
I
bit.
know, I know, I don't blame you.
Oh, that's gonna be a nat 20.
Nice.
Love
You
you
kind
guys.
of
Can I also attempt a stealthy magic bit?
yeah.
In like response to seeing this guy that I hate so
Mhm,
much,
mhm, mhm.
and low key fear. I'm gonna cast Death Ward
Okay.
on me.
Roll that. If you fail, he's gonna notice you.
Right. $19.
Okay, you're good. He is zeroed in on Fizbin, and he's like,
I would say it was rude for them to not let me in. And also,
"Do you not know, good sir, that this city, this wonderful city, is in martial law? Have you no respect for the law?"
Still don't understand what a
That
law
is a very pointed question. This is a lawful individual. And he does take like one single step towards you, kind of coming into the light fully. All smiles.
the purpose of me coming here from, what was the continent again?
From... Oh.
I've forgotten the name of my continent.
Good. Whistling.
Whistling. The purpose of me coming from Whistling was to help establish the order and keep order here.
Seems like you're getting in the way of this.
Or perhaps I don't think this is the proper order the city needs.
That is not for you to decide.
It's not for you to decide either.
Now I'm just getting
He
Escanor
turns
vibes.
it. He
Who
slowly.
decided that?
He
I'm sorry.
slowly just looks down to Terra.
I look up.
Hello.
Your people spit at us. You're rude too.
What? And he immediately looks at the exact one who did it because he knows the men. Eskel,
Eskel. I turn
get
it
inside.
off. I point.
Eskel like goes inside. Did he spit on you, little one?
No.
Then
would've been
his
impressed if he had reached
punishment
Yeah. that
will
would've been fun.
change accordingly. Regardless, I expect you to pay for this door.
Well, I see we're on the same page now, and I will gladly mend your door for you. I wish to speak to the speaker, however.
The speaker. I don't have any control over that. He kind of goes, Benson! Little kid scampers over. He's got kind of that sackcloth, kind of little kind of friar vibes. Yeah. See if the keeper of the path can spare a moment for someone who has come knocking.
Let him know Fizbin Ramsey is here, of House Ramsey.
He like trips as he hears the name Fizbin and runs faster. A moment passes.
My apologies, I thought I was speaking to someone of import.
Oh.
Because casually as I'm walking around.
I'm afraid I do not have a place to stay yet. And so I've
Really?
called upon the church to lay my head. The place was already in martial law when I arrived, just yesterday.
Oh.
Write down that he arrived yesterday.
Yesterday. What's his
So
name?
you'll excuse me.
Malachi?
Lord
So you
Malachi.
have no business telling of the
Are you-
outrage of us showing up in martial law when you just showed up yesterday during martial law.
He's gonna look over at you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yes, allow me to introduce.
He's tried to stay quiet this whole time, and finally he's just like,
Well,
you
one of the
pretend to be
heroes.
this righteous man.
One of the heroes of Dragon's End, Slayer of Dragons, and so forth, and etc., etc. Lord Thranduin.
Oh, you dropped his name.
Fell something. What was your last name?
Windspread.
Thranduin Windspread.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh man, why'd you say the name? No, I'm joking.
I gotta think.
That's okay.
Once
We will
again.
wait.
Hang on. I gotta.
Will he consult the secret roommate?
The secret roommate.
Secret roommate.
In the other room. Down the hall. Secret roommate.
So have we have now entered, right?
Oh, I remember the last part of it. And died.
No! No die.
So
So hard.
do you want to give us some small history for you and Malachi, or like, I mean, not like telling us in character, but just like in person?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of, I'm not 100% sure, because Jeff was like, oh, I got plans for your character. I was like, okay, cool. Because my backstory is like super lame, and it was just like, yeah, I was a slave, and then I made like one friend who helped me escape, and he died in the escaping, and blah blah blah, and you know, I want to be a better person.
Yeah,
all
that's
that.
pretty lame. You're right.
Yeah, it's super lame. I make characters and I just don't make backstories for them. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make like the guy come back. And I was like, oh snap! So that's what we're working on.
Oh, okay.
The guy who made you a slave?
Yeah, he was like previous owner type deal.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, when he said master, I thought he meant like in training.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
No, so I'm just.
Oh no.
This is-
So when someone was like, oh, so it's just
So
Jake and
much
D&D,
now.
I was like, no, it's not. It's really not.
Lord Malachi.
La Sambe.
Is going to turn towards you, and he's gonna be like, you, and he's going to take one step, raise a hand, make a make a wisdom saving throw.
Counter spell.
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
My girl D.
It fizzles.
Yes.
It fizzles. And he's
I'm so-
going.
So I just stand there as it just.
He's not done.
Right here. But...
Okay. He is going to reach behind him. And oh wait, well, yeah, okay. He's going to step right up to you and one-handed just grab you by the throat. Your
to make
dex
any kind
versus
of-
my strength
Does
to get
he have
away.
to make- does he have to
He's
make
going
any
to
kind
attempt
of-
to grab a hold of you.
Okay.
Should I do something else? I have something else.
You
I don't
cannot.
have-
You've
I
used
don't
your
have a
reaction.
You said it's what am I
Your
rolling?
dex
The
versus my
dex?
strength.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. All right, that's an 18.
27.
All right.
He just he lifts you up. Oh, you made it easy. And then before anything can happen, that is quite enough. Lord Chancellor, somber, from across the hall, across the church, steps out of the light. He has been in the church. Everyone stand down at once. I will not abide by this in my city. Malachi, get holding you in like feet off the air by the throat.
I'm not done with you.
Can I
Any-
do one thing?
No, sorry, because it's still his turn. Puts you down like slowly.
You'll never get this chance again.
Make it worth my time.
Leave Dragon's End if you know what's good for you, and never show your face here. This is my town.
I'm gonna have so much fun hunting you.
And then he's gonna stand up.
Don't
Of course. Of course, Lord Chancellor. You have jurisdiction here. And you know why I've come. He's gonna
Nice
look.
to see you, Chancellor.
He's gonna give you one
Let's
long
have her
look.
Go and give him a hug.
He's gonna give you real quick. He's gonna give you one long look, and then memorize the face of everyone in the party, and then
He's gonna see me staring right back at him, not taking my eyes off of him.
and he's gonna turn around, and Denki is gonna be eye level with him. Looks down at the wild man.
Chancellor, is this how you allow newcomers to treat the hero of Dragon's End?
Absolutely not.
Why is he still standing in front of me and not thrown into the dungeons for this outrage?
Roll persuasion. Roll persuasion. At this point, everyone has like opened up their windows or like opened up their doors and is watching, but no one's leaving their houses.
23.
23.
Ooh.
Lord Malachi, you know the law.
Malachi goes, I will see myself to the dungeon at once.
Oh my gosh.
He's saying that
should be
still eye
escorted.
contact with the... you say that he should be escorted. I don't think that is necessary. Of course it's not.
I would like to spit.
It's necessary
at
for me
Malachi.
as this.
Swear to
It's necessary for me as this egregious affront to my honor.
He kind of steps over to you.
I demand that he be escorted.
He kind of steps over and he goes, know when you've won, son. And you watch as he opens up the kind of I don't want to say trapdoor, but there's kind of this like double door leading down under the garrison where the prison is, and you see a guard come up all wide-eyed, closes the prison doors.
Chancellor, that man is poison.
That is a conversation we should have in private. Get a hold of yourself.
I don't know if you saw that he grabbed me by the throat and lifted me into the air.
Son,
Chancellor?
let's make our way to the
Randuin.
townhouse.
We have much to discuss. And he kind of goes back to his hobbling form with his cane and starts making his way towards the townhouse.
I believe we just learned recently that not everyone's perfect and we all make mistakes.
All right, that's where we're gonna pick up. Ooh.
No, we have 19 minutes.
19 minutes. On my clock, we have 8.
Yeah, I was like, we have 8.
Oh,
mine
it's
is at
yeah, mine's at
41.
10:40 right now.
Yes.
Oh, I guess the stream is different time. Oh yeah, we got 20 minutes.
You're right.
20
Yes.
minutes.
We have 20 heckin'
20
minutes. All right.
Started early.
Thranduin.
You will not get me with this cliffhanger this time.
This was not a cliffhanger I planned on having. Thranduin is more pissed than you've ever seen him. And hotly just follows behind the Chancellor. What's the rest of the party up to?
Follow.
Gonna try and catch up to Thranduin,
Mm-hmm.
even though she's much shorter and is gonna have to like jog a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, as briefly as you can, what the heck just happened?
Somber goes, shh. We'll talk inside. You note that like
That's fine.
maybe 100 eyes and ears are currently on you from the various buildings and windows and stuff like that.
Sorry about the doors. Next time, don't spit in my direction. Blessings of the Stormfather be on you all. Drink your water.
Hail hydrate. He grumpily stomps behind the Chancellor.
Just like kind of like rubs Thranduin's back and kind of gives him like, hey.
So you
it's
can
okay.
feel that he's just like shaking with rage.
No.
I'm literally shaking, guys. I'm literally.
I am shook.
You begin making your way into the townhouse.
Somber to walk a little bit past her. No, we need answers. No.
Tara, you following?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
What's his name? Timmy? Johnny? What's your Fizbin? What's your little
Timmy the kid?
Timmy? Timmy the kid?
Yeah, Timmy.
Timmy the kid comes running out of an alleyway and like gets up next to you as you guys enter the townhouse.
Just as weird.
Timmy!
Hey,
Where did you come from? How are you?
I'm great. I mean, you know, as great as can be. The doors.
where is
you guys
Tessa?
slowly make your way. Tessa, well, we got to talk about that.
Oh.
The doors to Lord Chancellor, the Chancellor's office opens, and he walks in, and he sits down, starts rubbing his forehead. Sit. Everyone is in the office with him. Timmy kind of waits outside. His son, Bomber. What is it? Let me check.
Big boy.
Bombus.
Bombus.
Kind of pokes his head in through a side door.
Redeal wave.
Gestures at you and sign that you don't understand. And then he seems to remember that and just leaves. All awkward and nervous. He's also still has that like murderous look. So it's a weird mix. He's just a killer. I see the look of confusion. He's just like a killer. Who's like never been let off his leash. And he just kind of leans back inside. Chancellor sits down at his desk. Okay. Go ahead. What's happening? Give me the context.
Somber, I'm sorry, but I think you have some explaining.
Threnduin?
That man is a slaver. I left and came here on the Endeavor to get away from him.
I see. Well, slavery is illegal in Dragon's End, but it is not illegal in the Endeavor as a whole. Unfortunate business.
Real quick, since when has slavery been legal in Dragon's End?
It is illegal in Dragon's End.
I thought you said legal.
Oh, I
too.
thought you
It's
said
illegal in Dragon's
And
End.
I was like, as like a hero and helpful
Yeah.
founder, that would never have flown.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Okay,
illegal in
okay.
Dragon's End, and he reminds you that it is legal in the Endeavor as a whole. Am I to understand that you were at one point his property?
Was that, you said I wasn't directly under him? Or
Of
what-
his
what was the
house,
situation?
of his noble house. Like he has the same last name as he'll be related to whoever your masters were, essentially.
I was abducted as a child and brought up as a slave in his house. So no, I was never truly his property. I escaped with my life. Others weren't as lucky.
Well done.
I will not abide his presence here. Why has he come?
He's gonna sit back. We were getting to that before we were interrupted. I don't like the man, but it is certainly legal for him to be here. And he is a very powerful individual, in name and in person. You need to come at this smart, and you're coming at this angry. I want to help you, and I will. But there is only so much I can do. And he puts a hand out. We're gonna figure this out, son.
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
That's very good. That is an 8.
An 8. This is what you ascertain. The Chancellor has always been in your corner. He is one of the few council members that is pro Heroes of Dragon's End, because you guys hold a certain amount of sway in saving and creating Dragon's End. You literally ended the dragon.
Right.
And as such, he's always been in your corner. He's also in Fizban's corner. He's not super for the way of the path. And he has been pushing for a democracy, which is this new thing he wants to try out, and has been shut down at every corner. I'm gonna sneeze. Please?
Oranges.
Please let me sneeze. No!
Don't you dare sneeze.
Ah!
On the stream.
Okay. Oh, I hate it.
Okay. So
hang
generally,
on,
industry's been on.
Yes. That said, Dragon's End as a whole is his primary goal. And that means politics. That means he has to play by the law. And him being, and what he goes on to explain is that if he were to just randomly spurn such a high-ranking noble family, it would go extremely poorly for Dragon's End as a whole.
Right.
So he is telling you, and this is including the insight check, he seems genuine. You don't know if he is. He is basically begging you not to screw Dragon's End as a whole. But of course, that's just his perspective.
Right.
Any chance you would allow me to make my own?
Sure, you can. The party can make insight checks. Fizbin, Terra, Brady, what do you?
Because I know him so well.
I'll make the roll lower for you, but I will not give you advantage.
Okay, fair enough. 13.
Okay. He seems genuine.
Insight, you said?
Yep.
Husband's not actively trying to
21.
decide whether or not he's lying.
Okay. 21. He seems really. He seems very serious and calm, but behind that, you can see the slight tremor in his hand. It's a very delicate he sees it as an incredibly delicate situation between essentially Dragon's End's social and economic ruination potentially versus the social discourse that Thranduin could essentially bring up, and he feels like he's just like barely keeping the town together, and it could be thrown off by this one thing. It could doom Dragon's End potentially, he thinks, not to mention all the other stuff that's going on in the city that we haven't unpacked yet, like the martial law and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, and Denki roamed away before going indoors. He kind of went off in search of Otto.
Boots of plot striding.
So I will respond with, I will make no further movements for Malachi, but I make no promises if he attacks me.
That's understandable.
Necessary to protect myself. I intend to help and get to the bottom of this disappearances of 50 people in a week.
Good. That would be a huge help. And
I would rather he not get in my way and try to hinder what we try to do.
I understand that.
We've only looked out for the best of Dragon's End, obviously.
Yes.
I would not see its people taken. But if
Yes.
he is so blinded by his need to recapture me, as he made it so very clear just now, he may be more of a hindrance to this investigation than a help.
I will do what I can.
Thank you.
He kind of hungry, thirsty,
How long have we been traveling?
days and days, and then battles and battles, so weeks and weeks.
Famished, actually.
And he kind of rings a little bell, and some servants come in, not slaves, and some food is brought before the party, and he himself digs into some steak, and you can see some food is brought over to Bombus as well, who kind of comes into the room, kind of just now catching the vibe that things are stressed because he's mostly deaf, and kind of sits back and surprisingly pulls out some chopsticks and starts eating his food with chopsticks. Disappearances, yes. Mostly on the surface, a few down in the belows where the E1T live.
Are the U1T taken, or
It's been
people of our Dragon's End?
It's been both, mostly on the surface. A few E1T.
Did
And-
Kjol ever make it?
No. If he has, he's probably below. It's very possible that he is here, and I just don't know. Martial law has been stressful for all of us. I live in the townhouse, so
Do we have your permission to move about freely? To investigate and aid
Yes.
the guard?
yes.
I will see. There was a battle at the volcano.
I'll have you
He
Tem-
made his way here. But his,
the volcano.
yes. Crisis averted, everything's fine. But
As
it would be
much
problematic if he did not show up. If you were one of
understandable.
the ones taken.
We'll have to hold a council meeting, and you can regale us all, so you won't have to repeat yourself so much. Anything else I should know personally that you might want to not tell the council?
Do we want to tell him about the held breath and all that, or
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is the military and the way of the path working together? Why are we in this literally godforsaken house?
That's something to remember, is that's your perspective. Also, you're not in the church anymore, you're in the townhouse.
Moved.
Yeah.
So why are they working together anyway?
The council works together for the benefit of Dragon's End as a whole.
What does the way of the path offer?
Faith, as you know, steadies, stills the heart, keeps people in check if needed. With a moral anchor to cling to, we are that much farther from riots and chaos.
Hmm.
So it's safe to assume that you have been consulting with what is your the
Stormfather?
Church as well. I said that smooth. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Forced submission is not the same as faith, but
You hear a soft knock at the door. It's Timmy.
oh, it is Tommy. I totally
Tommy,
messed that
sorry.
up.
It's Tommy.
Speaking of, I have some things I must attend to.
All right. Make sure you see to your stone giant friend at some point soon. He's been busy.
Owes me a tattoo.
Do.
Okay.
group tattoos? What?
Oh my god, guys.
Brady,
We're
may
all
I
family
speak with
now.
you outside briefly?
He leans over to Thranduin. Is there anything else
Somber,
you
please
need?
don't go anywhere.
I live here.
want to discuss some things. Yeah, but like stay literally right here. I'll be right back.
He kind of sits back, continues
go.
eating his food.
Brittany takes her plate with her, like, oh come on. Like,
There's some sensitive information that we best not reveal to the council. There is an organization called the Held Breath.
You watch his eyes kind of glaze over at the mention. And then he snaps to and goes, "Is there anything else you would like to mention to me before you speak to the council?"
okay, can I say I was still there for that?
You've got your back turned and you hear the repeat, and you kind of turn over and look back at him.
I'm gonna just Held Breath.
And then he kind of continues eating and looks up. Yes. What is it?
Can I go up to him and just like be like one second, and I don't need to touch him, I don't think. Could I just dispel magic on him?
As you begin casting the spell, Bombus like stands up super fast.
It's okay.
Leave
It's not
him
to harm
alone.
him. It's not to harm
Back
him.
away. And he kind of goes,
Okay.
"It's okay, son. What are you doing?"
there seems to be something cast on you, and I'm trying to get rid of it.
He's gonna make an insight check. He cannot tell if you're serious or not. He has no idea what your intentions are, and he is distrusting of it.
Okay.
Somber. If you don't trust her, we're trying to help you. Please.
I'm telling you something, and you keep behaving as if I've just arrived or.
Bombus also goes, "Yeah, you're doing that. It's weird."
Yeah.
He can't tell what you're saying.
May I? It's dispel magic, so it's not gonna hurt you.
He looks over at Bombus. All right. Bombus kind of comes over to the table and he kind of lays a hand on Bombus's hand, his son. He looks a little scared. You cast Dispel Magic, and you watch kind of this shimmering, almost scale-like magic what you couldn't really see before puff off his eyes.
Is it like what was on the queen?
Yes, similar.
Similar, okay.
Alright, try this one more time. Held breath.
Okay.
Alright. They're an organization that's infiltrated Dragon's End.
He looks over at Bombus and Bombus goes, "Yeah, seems like it worked." He kind of leans forward. "Tell me everything." And that's where we're going to leave off for the night.